Live from Cool Boys Central.
You're the boss now, man. I'm boss up here.
From bat tips to bat nips, we are just cool boys revisiting Batman, the animated series, and wearing hats. This is Batman and Beyond, a Cool Boys podcast.
I see Batman and Beyond.
Greetings, Cool Boy Bat Nation, and welcome to another installment of Batman and Beyond,
Woo-woo!
a Cool Boys podcast. I'm Ballard.
And I'm Steve.
So cool. Tonight's episode is Robin's Reckoning Part 2, directed by Dick Seabass. Written by Randy Rogel.
No respect.
This one aired in primetime on February 14th, 1993, Valentine's Day, exactly 1 week after Robin's Reckoning Part 1 aired primetime. But then it aired weekdays, May 18th, 1993, just the day after Robin Reckoning Part 1 had aired when it went to weekdays. And on Wikipedia it says the villain is just Tony Zucco. Wikipedia says, angered by Batman's deceit, Robin sets out to find Tony Zucco on his own, all the while plagued by the memories of his parents' death and how Bruce took him in as his own son.
It was brutal.
Eventually, Batman manages to find Zucco at an old amusement park,
Whoa,
but breaks
this
his
is a weird
leg.
voice.
During the fight, Robin finally arrives and prepares to kill Zucco in revenge.
I do not like the way you're reading this.
That was good reading. Shut
It
up.
was
Don't-
not a
don't-
good read.
All right, I liked it. It was a good read.
It was like,
Super
why
good.
were we even reading it then?
It was super good reading.
It was not a good read. That one was like, you gave up at that point, I
I
think.
did. I gave up.
You
Okay,
gave
whatever.
up at the end.
And one last thing to mention. Previously on Batman this time was said by Robin. That was Robin's voice we heard previously on Batman. Well, we're not wearing tuxedos this time.
I felt like I needed to wear a tuxedo. I'm wearing a tuxedo, and then I didn't realize that this one didn't win an Emmy. So I feel like a fool over
Steve,
here.
you rented a tuxedo for another week.
I feel like a fool.
And this one didn't win the Emmy.
Well,
Part 1 won the Emmy, not Part 2. So I'm sorry, Steve, that you're wearing a tux. I am not wearing a tux, and I am not drinking Cristal. Unfortunately, Steve, you also got Cristal again.
I went to Costco and I bought a big box, so it's just leftovers from last time.
I love Costco.
Anyways, yes, I endorse Costco.
Well, the first thing this episode tells us, Steve, Part 2, is what we learned at the end of Part 1. Robin's motorcycle is so badass, and what a fucking renegade. I mean, that R on his chest might as well stand for renegade.
Yeah, he looks pretty badass.
Steve, you mentioned last episode we're going to see him become a man, right?
And that's why I put on my tux. So
He's going to become the man wonder?
We're going to do some flashbacks, I guess, to find out. But, he's basically telling Batman to go fuck off. He's like, are you serious, Batman, right now? Are you serious you're going to go find Zucco and you didn't tell me? I'm going to fucking kick your ass.
I love that Robin is tracking Batman. Batman turns off his tracker, and so Robin can't track him anymore. So Robin just starts peeling out and doing like U-turn 180s and then just busting it down the road another direction.
That's what I would do.
And then from the rest of the episode, Steve, when we cut to Robin, he's just gunning it and busting U-turns and jumping shit the rest of the episode. He's just riding his motorcycle up and down Gotham, just trashing Gotham.
It's kind of how I drive around in GTA. He's just driving around until he finds something that's
He's just wildly searching for Tony Zucco by motorcycle.
And eventually he finds him, so he lands it, right in time.
Well, after he peels out in his motorcycle for the first time this episode, we'll see many more. We go to a flashback, this time to 9-year-old Dick. Hey, wait a second. Wasn't he 10 last episode in Part 1? Why is he mentioned in the credits of this episode 9? He's referred to as 9-year-old Dick in Part 2, but he's referred to in the first part 10-year-old dick.
That's funny. That's just in the credits, though, right? That's not in the actual show.
No, yeah, Batman refers to him as 10-year-old dick in
They
the
don't
last
go,
episode.
"You're 9."
And then Alfred refers to him this episode as 9-year-old dick. He's like, 9-year-old dick, come here. Well, we know Alfred loves
Dude,
young
that'd be
dick.
kind of scary.
9-year-old dick, 10-year-old dick. Alfred does have some creepy episodes back with Frog. What was that episode? It was the Sewer King.
Mm-hmm.
It was so creepy. Alfred was such a weirdo in that one.
He's
it
just
was
a caring butler. You have to. You just have to read into things.
Yeah, something was up there. The Forgotten. What was that? POV. Something like the Underdwellers, right?
But the Underdwellers.
It was the Underdwellers. Alfred was because he was bathing the kid. He was like topless and shit, bathing kids.
I liked. Did you think that Batman was kind of testing, or that Bruce was kind of testing Robin in that fencing, like to see how well
for sure
he was, and it's just he's just kind of like feeling him out, or do you think he was just trying to be nice?
I think he was feeling him out, and I think part of that's because it's weird because I'm trying not to mix narratives when it comes to Robin. When it comes to this one, Two-Face has already exists in present time, but does not exist, 9 years ago.
Yeah,
in
not
this flashback.
in the flashback.
And the reason I bring that up is because Batman Dark Victory, which is kind of the sequel to Long Halloween, which Long Halloween is kind of the sequel to Batman Year One. Dark Victory, it all ends up being motivation from the idea of losing Harvey Dent to Two-Face, is the reason why he doesn't want to lose Dick Grayson. He thinks that Dick Grayson could easily become bad just because of the fact that he has trauma and that he's going off to go kill Tony Zucco, and Batman stops him. And this is all in Dark Victory. And Batman stops him. He's like, just don't be like that, yo. And Robin's like, you got it. I shouldn't do that. And then he kind of wants to help Batman and become Batman's protege, Batman's ward. In this, I guess Batman just kind of maybe just empathizes with the fact that he lost his family in a similar way, and just wants to make sure that he doesn't go dark, and also maybe help him structure his longing for justice. And I
That's
think
a
it
really
kind of
long answer.
did it make sense?
It's kind of. But
9-year-old dick, 10-year-old dick.
I would just basically I thought it was interesting. That he was fencing with him, and I thought he was kind of testing him, and I kind of also thought that he left the door open to let Dick know that he was tracing Zucco, but I could be wrong on that one. And then, so then Dick goes and saves some prostitute, and
this is the part that's very much like Dark Victory too, where Dick Grayson does go out. Like, he goes out on the town essentially to go find Tony Zucco, and apparently Jeff Loeb took a lot of inspiration from this episode while writing for the writing of Dark Victory.
Oh, that came out after this?
Yeah, Dark Victory came out after this, and so did Long Halloween. Because I think we spoke about this with the Two-Face episode or the two-parter, that Jeff Loeb was also clearly influenced by the animated series for his version of Harvey Dent's turn to Two-Face.
Interesting.
It is.
So influential.
Yep. This is interesting. I do really like this episode too. I one of the things I enjoy is you get Robin essentially really becoming this, like this early version of what he can be, of what Batman is. This PI, this detective. I mean, he's going out to be a vigilante, right? He's saving people. He's saving, he's saving the bitch, right? He saved the bitch, right? And then he's following up on leads that he gets at the cafeteria or the diner or whatever the fuck it is.
But
right?
he ultimately, fucks it up. Is the problem?
He's too young and too hot-headed, and that was it, right? If he was just cooled down, I think that's all Batman was like, is just calm down and let it work itself out.
If he wasn't there and Batman didn't have to save his life, he would have caught Zucco, 10 years ago or whatever. But because he had to save his life when he fell in the water, Zucco left Gotham, and he knew he was like, Batman has a bug up his ass for me, so he left Gotham for however long.
He bounced. He did. He bounced for
That
9 years.
Yeah, he was gone for that long, and Batman was still keeping track of him because he was following all his aliases. So he had this list of all these aliases and stuff. So he definitely was like on his top priority list.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But it's so stupid though that Dick goes out there to because he is the key witness and everything.
Yeah, but it's just like it's who his character is. Like he's a hothead like Batman in that way, and it kind of even sets up the Dick Grayson we're gonna see when he we flash forward 9 years to present day Dick Grayson as Robin, enacting revenge essentially. But twice, yeah, I would say that Dick Grayson kind of gives himself up while trying to like get Tony Zucco and best him. And it's kind of funny when you see Zucco, come across Batman and Robin, or Batman and Dick. He goes, "The Bat and the Brat."
Yeah.
I feel like that's something said before, right? Is that the first time we've heard something like that? Because I feel like that's like a Joker line.
I'm not sure. It might be the first.
I feel like that's something that would have been said or written before in many comics. I don't know that. And I'm sure that's what you tuned in for. A whole bunch of people not knowing what they're talking about. Well, well, coming up because of this whole instance, right? Bruce has to give himself up to Dick.
He reveals himself.
It's the only way. 9-year-old Dick, 10-year-old Dick. Yeah, so Bruce actually takes off his clothing and reveals himself to Dick. And Dick is blown away. Like blows everything away for him because of what he sees. And Dick explodes. And it's all because of the revealing of Bruce taking off the costume and showing who he is inside.
They make it sound kind of weird.
9-year-old Dick, 10-year-old Dick. It's weird that they just named this child Dick, but whatever. Yeah, I guess we could go with Richard. They could have upgraded, this in some kind of canon with being like his name's Richard now.
They gotta follow
Richie, Rich.
They gotta
What's
follow
up,
the
Richie
comic
Grayson, books. Richard Grayson, Rich Grayson. Yeah, you can't do it.
And then he becomes Nightwing.
Yeah, he's first the vigilante Dick Grayson. That failed. Then he was the vigilante Robin. That failed. Nightwing. We do never see that though, right, Steve? Like when we jump from season 2 to 3 later, he just becomes Nightwing in season 3 out of nowhere.
And then there's a new Robin, isn't there?
Yeah, it's like Tim Drake, and they just skip right over Jason Todd.
It's just time. It's like they don't have to. I kind of like that. They don't have to like explain it. He's given a new mantle, I guess.
Yeah, and he seems like healthier for it, like mentally, like he does seem better. It's like, yeah, that was a toxic relationship, the two of you. I'm glad you got over it. Clearly something was up, but now you're better. You're feeling good. You're brighter. You're doing better. You're getting out there. You're seeing people again. Things are looking up. It's great. And I think it looks great. It's great for both of them. They both are obviously flourishing in their better lives, and they're better for it. They really are.
I like how Robin has like a tracing chip. He just puts on the phone, and
I like that he just hits the redial. Why the fuck not?
I gotta try it. That's
it pays off
work.
big time.
Yeah.
It's the number he expected. I just wish it was like something else, like it was a pizza line or something like that, or
that would be funny.
or it was like popcorn, like it was just like at the tone, the time will be beep,
But Zucco he hasn't aged well. Zucco he has lines under his eyes, and
Zucco has been stressing.
He's been paranoid the last 8 years.
He looks like he's on drugs. He looks like he's on drugs, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And he looks thin. He looks real thin in the face.
He's hearing noises.
I love how he's shushing his men. Like he thought he heard something up there, and he's like, "What is that? Shh!" And they're like, "Could be rats." He's like, "Yeah, rats. grabs the Tommy gun, and he just starts blowing it away.
He was right.
And he's right. He's right. He's fucking right.
But he didn't hit him. He just, when he landed, did Batman just hurt his knee? Is that what happened? Like, I couldn't tell. Like,
yeah, I think it was just a real bad landing.
Like
Batman dodged every bullet, out of the 150 that were fired. But, he landed real bad on his knee.
Yeah,
and he broke his leg.
It's like, ugh.
I like that, though. I like that he clearly hurt himself. Like, he's badly injured. But this is like a real bad injury this time for Batman. Like, he's fucked up his left leg. And then this is a cliffhanger act break. This is a Steve-sponsored cliffhanger act break we have here, folks.
One of my favorites.
Batman looking down the barrel of a Tommy gun.
Classic act break. What's going to happen?
You know what happens, Steve? I'll tell you. The gun jams.
No.
Batman throws a smoke bomb, and he walks out the door.
Out of bullets.
He literally walks out the door.
I thought it was out of bullets.
No, he jams it. Oh, yeah, maybe it's out of bullets. Maybe that's what it was. Yeah, because he burned every bullet on the fucking
out
ceiling.
of bullets.
Yeah. Batman throws a smoke bomb. And watch this. He walks right out the fucking front door. He just walks casually out the front door.
Well, that's how you do it. Oh, no. See, he dodged a guy right there.
Barely. Give me a break. Give me a break. Anyways, I love this. I love this next little bit, Steve. This is my favorite thing. Batman is wandering this, this pier amusement park, and he's got a broken leg. His left leg is broken. He's got to put a splint on it. He's trying to run away from these gunmen who all they want to do is just gun him down and kill him. Meanwhile, what do we cut to, Steve? We cut to Robin being a badass again. What is he doing? He's gunning it at a drawbridge, a folding drawbridge, because he's going to jump a ferry or some fucking, ocean liner or some fucking freighter. Just jumping it. He's just gunning it. He's just gunning it.
But that's a huge jump. That's not even that's he should win an award for that.
That's what they did earlier,
E.T.
right? The last episode, they got the award for it.
He
this
just
one.
almost died. That's a straight vertical, leap.
I love it. I love that.
I like how all these things end up at some sort of fair or some sort of playground, amusement park.
Yeah, Jokers are usually very much around carnivals and playgrounds.
Zuko's just hanging out at some abandoned, Joker place or something. He's like,
no, he's not hanging out there. He was hanging out across the way in an abandoned apartment building. But you know what? Meanwhile, we come back to Robin. What's he doing? He's gunning it towards a semi, so he lays the bike down, slides right underneath that
He's not slowing down for
semi.
anything,
Ugh, this guy is fucking balls to the wall, man. He's a rebel.
That's why I call him Nightwing soon.
Renegade. Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, Zucco. I love Zucco. He's so fucking ready to get Batman. He is willing to gun down every one of his boys and Batman when they're on this carousel. He's just he even says to him, he's so fucked up. He even says to one of his guys, he tells him, you pays your money and you takes your chances.
Yeah,
he's just
no heart.
I know.
At that point, I'd be like, all right, I'm done. Or Batman, how can I help
boss,
you?
Batman, you got it right. I'll help you at this point.
That's fucked up,
And you can take me in, and I will testify against
I
him.
know, seriously. How can I help
asshole.
you? I heard he killed
Fuck
Robin's
you,
parents.
Tony. Hey, yo, you pays your monies and you take your chances.
Do you think
Fuck that guy.
Zucco put together that, Robin is Dick Grayson?
No. Well, he could. He can make a lot of connections from there. And then who took care of Dick Grayson again? That's right. That was Bruce Wayne. Who pays for his college? Bruce Wayne again. Okay, huh? Interesting.
Why was Batman and Robin investigating the college stuff so much?
Yeah. Why did we see them randomly in Dick Grayson's dorm room back in Fear of Victory? Huh? I wonder what they were doing in there. This is badass animation, though. Honestly, watching Robin just pull up super hardcore.
This was hardcore.
Grab Tony Zucco by the fucking throat, drag him across a pier, slide the bike into a break, and then come over, kick the gun out of his hand, and just pretty much just wail on him, and then hang him over a fucking ocean to drop him.
Oh yeah.
Which wouldn't kill him. Let's be honest. You essentially just let him get away, swim away. Be like, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Robin is pretty badass there. He catches his punch, just throws him into some barrels, and kicks his ass.
Or is there wood below it? Oh, I guess there's a little bit of a wooden pier. So he could fall onto a little bit of a wooden pier and break his back, I guess. It wouldn't be that bad of a fall, but it would be
hit
hard.
your head. I don't know. That can hurt.
I love Batman comes up here all hobbled with a splint and a fucking, like, a crutch. And he's like, Robin, don't do it. And Robin's all like, stuff it, Batman. Like, he cusses at Batman.
I would, too.
Stuff it, Batman. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to kill him so good. It's going to make me feel so good.
You don't know how I feel.
But he gets it, though. Robin has a real quick turn.
Yeah.
He's just like, you're right.
Oh,
I shouldn't do this.
What did I say? He should have been like, you're Bruce Wayne. That would have been funny. You know how I feel. And then Bruce Wayne's like, now we have to kill him.
Now. Yeah. Now and forever.
Kill him together.
Yeah. It's great. It really is a great ending. I like Robin walks away and Zucco gets his comeuppance and they're like, we had a long night, and they walk away they walk away from the sunrise.
And he
It's a beautiful
became
shot
a
in the end.
man.
This was probably, Steve, I have to say, this part 1, and then the next day when I got part 2, because I don't recall honestly seeing these for prime time, but I am sure I saw these when they aired on the weekdays. I really was happy those 2 days. This is probably 2 of my favorite episodes of the entire series. This is the pinnacle for me. I'm not going to say it only goes downhill from here, because there's definitely some great shit. Like, I really do like the Riddler, and we haven't gotten to the Riddler yet. He's about, 7 episodes away now. But I really, really, really love the Robin Reckoning storyline. I really love the Two-Face storyline. But Robin Reckoning is maybe my favorite. And I give this also a 5 out of 5, boys.
Me too. 5 out of 5. I agree. Good stuff.
And just to confirm, we also gave part 1, both of us gave part 1 5 out of 5, boys as well.
I'm a big fan later on when they do the Ra's al Ghul stuff. I thought that was fun.
Yes,
cool.
absolutely, totally agree with that too. I can't wait till we get there. I'm excited to get to the Riddler episodes, and I'm excited to get to Ra's or Roz.
That's a lot later on, but it is good. Good stuff.
And I think the series mostly ends too with Batgirl essentially becoming a character with Shadow of the Bat, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's the end of season 2. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's great shit too. I'm excited to get there as well. 9-year-old dick, 10-year-old dick. Great bat stuff, Steve. Cool Boy Nation. Tune in next week. Same cool bat time. Same cool bat channel. Cool Boy Bat Nation. Be sure to let us bat know what you bat thought of Robin's Reckoning Part 2. Or what your favorite bat episode is by emailing us at batmanandbeyondcoolboys@gmail.com. New episodes come out every Tuesday. Also, please check out our other great Cool Boy Central content with the Cool Boys Podcast on iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, and Patreon, where the Cool Boys have an uncensored discussion about anything ranging from bods to dongs and all the boners they have given us. Be sure to like and subscribe to the Cool Boys. Also, review us on iTunes. You can donate to us on Patreon. It only costs $1, and you will receive special access to content too hot to air. You can find the Cool Boys on Patreon at www.patreon.com/coolboyspodcast. Until next time, it's Byzies from Bat Ballard.
And that's Bat Byzies from Bat Steve.
So cool.
Batman
And beyond.
Oh yeah.
Batman
and beyond.
Oh, yeah.